viewpoints expressed on The Edge are not necessarily those of this radio station, its staff, management, or other sponsors. It's time for the Edge Radio broadcast as we discover the truth together. Within the continental U.S., call toll-free 1-800-996-9638. Or locally here in Indiana, 359-5593. That's toll-free 1-800-996-9638. Or locally at 359-5593. You can find out more about our guests and topics by logging on to The Edge's website, theedgeam.com. That's theedgeam.com.
Thursdays on The Edge. Child cancer risk high near nuclear plants, says study. A German study has found that young children living near nuclear power plants have a significantly higher risk of developing leukemia and other forms of cancer, a German newspaper reported. Quote, "Our study confirmed that in Germany a connection has been observed between the distance of the domicile to the nearest nuclear power plant and the risk of developing cancer, such as leukemia, before the 5th birthday. Could lipstick give you breast cancer? Chemicals found in lipstick and nail varnish could trigger breast cancer, scientists have warned. A study has shown that butyl benzyl phthalate, or BBP, can interfere with the healthy development of breast tissue. Environmental campaigners called for it to be banned in the cosmetic industry where it is used to make products glossy. The man-made substance is part of the phthalate family of chemicals which mimic the female hormone estrogen. Phthalates are widely used to soften plastics and are found in food packaging, toys, carpets and solvents. Past studies have linked them to birth defects, kidney problems and infertility. They have been banned in teething rings of babies' dummies across Europe. Home pesticides linked to childhood cancers. Previous studies have suggested a link between pesticide use in the home and childhood tumours. A new epidemiological study of French children diagnosed with leukemia or lymphoma in 2003-2004 suggests that a child has about twice the risk of developing acute leukemia or non-Hodgkin lymphoma if his or her mother used insecticides in the home while pregnant. Study shows bodies absorb chemicals in everyday items. Industrial chemicals found in shower curtains, soda cans and sofas were detected in the blood of 35 volunteers, according to a report released by a coalition of environmental groups. The group sponsored the study to demonstrate that Americans are absorbing hazardous chemicals from common household products. The coalition is advocating for government regulations to force manufacturers to stop using the chemicals. Among the volunteers, Clifton Park's Heather Locomus, 36, had the highest blood level of polybrominated diphenyl ethers, PBDEs, a flame retardant used in electronic equipment and furniture. Fish from polluted rivers can trigger breast cancer. Eating fish caught from rivers polluted with gender-bender chemicals could increase the risk of breast cancer, researchers said. The study found that breast cancer cells multiply when exposed to fish contaminated with synthetic female hormones such as estrogen. It raises new fears about the link between pollution and cancer and the effects of pouring treated sewage into rivers. Past studies have shown that high levels of synthetic hormones used in toiletries and the contraceptive pill can cause male fish to change sex and grow female sexual organs. And finally, pollution killing up to 25,000 Canadians annually. Canadians are awash in toxic chemicals and it is costing the healthcare system up to $9.1 billion and 1.5 million hospital days annually, according to a new study led by the University of British Columbia. The research is the first to measure the magnitude of adverse health effects caused by exposure to environmental hazards such as air pollution, pesticides, dioxins, heavy metals, flame retardants and other persistent organic pollutants. Hello, my name is Andy Radford, your host for the Thursday show, coming from the UK studio, and welcome to the first Thursday show of 2008. On the show this week we have a superb 1-hour presentation submitted by Edge listener Frank Lordi from his website salvationrevelation.com. Also on the show, continuing our expose of gang stalking and electronic warfare against innocent civilian populations, Gina Romano interviews a number of guests. As you know, the Edges Thursday show is the show for the listener, and like Frank Lordi, you can send us in your presentations. Just look for the link Play Your Audio under the main media player on the Edges homepage at www.theedgeam.com. Of course, you don't have to send us an audio. You can email us written copy, or you can send us some prose and songs, and we will play them for you on the Edge radio broadcast. There is another way you can get involved with the Edge radio broadcast, and that's by becoming a voluntary Edge correspondent. Just under that same media player you will see the link We Are Looking for Edge Correspondence. Just click this and the information will appear in front of your eyes. A note to people who've inquired about correspondence in the last couple of weeks: I will be getting to you on Friday, so please bear with me. The options for participation on the Edge radio broadcast are quite numerous, and we have the Edge Action page, and you can find this by going to www.theedgeam.com/Edge Action. Here you can make a difference. If you want to suggest an action, please get in touch with me, Andy, at theedgeam.com. Also, you can go to our forum and air your opinion and views. If you've disagreed or agreed with the guest, if you've disagreed or agreed with the host, we would love to hear from you. Don't forget to click the new instant chat link on the Edge's homepage. You can comment on the show as it is being streamed, but I can't guarantee that I'll be near the computer because this show is pre-recorded and it will loop throughout the day until about 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There's a lot to get through this week, so we'll go straight into Frank Lordi's presentation. Here he is, Frank Lordi from SalvationRevelation.com.
My name is Frank Lordi. I host my own podcast entitled Revelations. My website is salvationrevelation.com, and I've been podcasting for about a year. So what I'm going to try to attempt to do today is to kind of distill everything that I've learned in the past year. And there's an awful lot, and there's absolutely no way that I can get to all of it in an hour. But I'm going to try to give you a very large chunk of what I have learned and come to find to be a few steps closer to the truth than, you know, the average load of crap and bunk that is presented to us as the truth every day. And I really hope that a few of you out there will take Daniel Ott's cue, take my cue, take this information and research it yourself and see where it leads you. Because if you're getting the bulk of your reality from the television, you are living in a delusional lie, in an absolute stupor, and you should, be ashamed of yourself. So before I get started, I have to tell you this. I'm a Christian, and this information will be coming to you from a very, very, very slanted Christian outlook. I'm not going to sit here and pretend to be unbiased. I am not unbiased. I'm extremely biased. And what I've come to find, or, absolutely believe that is backed up on a daily basis, is the fact that Bible prophecies are coming true left and right, and we can more or less see the emergence of one world government right before our eyes. So I'm going to get started here, and some of this information I'm sure many of you are familiar with, just as I'm sure some of the information I'm going to present here is going to be new to just about everyone. And there's going to be some stuff in here that I've come across that you've probably not heard anywhere else. And, the goal here is to just get this information out there, to get you guys thinking, and hopefully to get you involved in trying to research the truth, trying to find what the truth is. Because I believe the truth is found within the Bible. It's what I believe. I can't absolutely prove it yet, and I think it's absolutely ridiculous that for the majority of people